I just make the point, right? As an android, if we've all woken up and we've got no equipment, you're going to be screwed if part of your equipment's the battery that makes you work.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, lady and gentlemen. Welcome to my table and to Delver Society Iron Stars, the very first Delver Society game that is in outer space. It's a space opera. It's science fantasy. 5th edition science fantasy. First of all, let me apologize for any background noise you may hear today. Susie Q is currently playing on another table. We are having President's Day weekend convention, and she is playing on another table with a different GM. She cheated on me with a different GM. Psh, everybody boo and hiss at her.
Boo.
But yeah, golf or clap. But that's exactly why we have conventions. We have conventions so we can play with brand new people we've never played with before. The game masters can go ahead and share each other's players and do all sorts of wonderful stuff. Aww, she's bitching and complaining to her GM. But and it's not just my players that are booing and hissing at you. It's my stream as well. My stream is booing and hissing at you too. But anyway, so ladies and gentlemen who are viewing, if you're viewing, you can go ahead and help or hinder the players today by utilizing specific commands. You'll see them in the lower left-hand screen of the video. For example, hasted or rested or some of the others. You can utilize those as the players are moving through the adventure. The players, you will have a time limit today because you have woken aboard a prison called the Iron Star. It's a prison space station. And you come out of cryostasis. And as you come out of cryostasis, you're a little groggy in the head, and I'll let you all introduce yourselves to the stream and to each other here in just a moment. You will all come out of cryostasis. Your heads are foggy. You don't really know what's going on, and all you can hear is the sounds of sirens and alarms and all sorts of other such things going on. Now, you will have a certain amount of time, as the computer will tell you in a moment after introductions, will tell you how much time you have before the space station self-destructs. And no matter how much pleading you may have, you will definitely be destroyed. You'll be atomized when this space station is destroyed, because not only is this a prison, it is also a research facility. So, and they have done military research here. But let's go ahead and introduce you to our players and to their characters. We will start off with the player for Chip. Please tell us a little bit about your character, why they're in prison, and who you are as a player.
Well, hello, I'm going schizo and I'm playing Chip. My character is some sort of computer guy. I just lost Discord there. I am playing a machine ghost, and basically I have been wrongly convicted of breaking into computers owned by governments and military units and trying to sell the information. Obviously, when you get to know me during the next 3 hours, you'll know it's not true.
Aww.
I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice guy. And you're also assuming 3 hours. Hawkins.
Yeah, so you got me there.
Hello, my name is my fellow Geominions, I should say. My name is Starman, and I am playing Hawkins, the rogue alien xenomorph. I have no clue what this guy's alignment is either, so.
Whatever you want it to be.
The mystery.
Okay, let's go with Lady Ashfell.
Hello, my name is Cassie. I'm going to be playing Lady Ashfell this evening, and the stories you heard about me are true. I have been accused of smuggling goods into the higher-up stations, and unfortunately, the last time they checked my ship, they found some oddities that they weren't expecting, and I found myself locked away. But really, it's just a misunderstanding, much like Chip. I would never stoop so low.
I believe you.
Wow, that was an awesome intro. Let's go with Rock.
Hi, I'm DeVerlin. I'm playing Rock, a Stone Child Spec Op. I was a former soldier, and I ended up on the wrong side, and here I am, being researched on.
Ooh. Let's see. Let's go with Gabriel.
I'm Michael. I'm playing Gabriel tonight, and sometimes when you're doing things in the name of the church, you have to do less than legal things, and sometimes you get caught. At least my soul is clean.
Excellent. And let's go with Unit 3, Charlie, Naught. What was it, H? Holy crap.
Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel.
Hi there, I'm Flash. I'll be playing Unit 3C0-H, also known as Echo. I was in prison due to a malfunction that caused a very nasty accident and was put in there for everyone else's safety. But was it an accident? That's the question.
Aha, very
This is-
good.
So awesome. We got an Echo in the Iron Maidens. We got an Echo here.
Yep, except this Echo is a little different.
I've got an Echo at home.
It sounds like there's an echo.
Echo.
Oh,
Echo.
Echo!
All right.
And that joke's done.
Yeah, and the joke's done. All right, so you awaken and you find yourselves sitting up inside a number of pods. There are 2 pods that did not open that are nearby. And the first sounds your groggy minds hear is T-minus 2 hours till self-destruct.
Go.
And so the clock begins, ladies and gentlemen. Please go ahead and roll me an initiative check, just so we can go ahead and keep everybody rolling at the same time. Initiative, for those of you who are new to Fantasy Grounds, is found on your main character tab. It's right in the dead middle. It's INIT. Just double click on it.
I'm on this.
Get that right.
You know, one day I will roll a decent initiative.
It is not this day.
It is not this
Or
day.
yesterday,
No, it is
or
not.
the day before.
Exactly. You have
I
Susie's
had the
dice.
worst one yesterday.
All right, Lady Ashfell, you are the first one to react with your cat-like reflexes.
All right, so I'm going to survey the situation, take a look at, see who else is awake, and I'm going to go straight for the door.
Okay.
What is my movement?
Your movement should be on the main tab of your character sheet as well. It'll be under
Okay.
your speed or
I
whatever.
see that.
And what you do is you would drag and drop your character. It'll make a line. And I will approve or disapprove of your movement. Which I approve it. And you will move over there.
All right, and I'd like to see if the door is locked.
The door is locked. There's a little
Okay.
computer pad to your right on the wall.
I am going to attempt to unlock it with my computer skill. Yes?
Yes, use your computer skill.
I'm good at computers.
Yes, you're very, very good at computers. And with that good computer skill roll, you will know you're going to need a retinal imprint from someone in order to open the door.
All right, so I guess she'll kind of about face, and she knows why she's here, so she's assuming she knows why everyone else is here. Are there any, like, bodies around that aren't in cryostasis?
There are 2 cryostasis pods that did not open.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that I only had 6 seconds, so I feel like I've done everything I can do as Miss Ashfell right now.
Okay, then to advance your turn, you'll be on the combat tracker, which is the single sword over in the top right corner of their Fantasy Grounds screen. Yep, right down there at the bottom, there's a little down arrow for anybody who doesn't know how to use Fantasy Grounds. Rock, it is your turn, sir.
Okay, I'm also going to head towards the door. And, well, I guess, do I know that we need a retinal scan?
You do not, no.
Okay, I'll take a look and see if there's something around.
Well, you do
Oh,
also
sorry.
see the keypad on the side. I mean, you did notice that she was over there fiddling with it. Now she's turned around and she's kind of looking. But you go ahead and infer that as much as you want. And by the way, it's free to go ahead and speak to each other.
Information is power. Lady Asheville knows that.
Are we all in a position? Are we all out of the pods now? So we're all in a position to talk.
Well, you're all sitting up, so you can talk. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what are we looking for to get out of here? Any ideas?
We're going to need a retinal scan, but I take it it's going to need someone from the ship's personnel as opposed to us.
Why don't you let me have a look at it?
Be my guest.
Might be a while.
Okay, I'll end my turn here.
Okay. All right, Echo, it's your turn.
Right. So I wake up and hearing that he needs a retinal scan, I move to the pod down here to have a look at who's in there.
You do indeed see a body in there. You see the body of what looks like part snake, part man.
Okay. Do I have enough more? Yeah. And I also checked this pod as well.
And I'm currently wondering which part of that half man, half snake is.
The upper part is man, the lower part is snake. And in this one is what appears to be some kind of humanoid. Looks like a human being, but with blue skin and white hair.
It's a manaconda.
And this one is where the other one, the half man, half snake, he was not wearing anything. This one is wearing blue trousers, a button-down like white shirt, and a long white lab coat. It looks like.
Okay, I shout to everyone else, "Hey, over here! This one looks like a scientist. Maybe we can try his face on the retinal scan." Okay,
Why would he be in here with us if he can get us out?
Or you could just let me have a look at it. Or not.
Okay.
I don't really care.
If you're done, Echo, you can go ahead and advance your turn. All right, Hawkins.
I kind of come to and groggily, I shouldn't have had that last bowl of seed.
We always know, pick the seeds out.
Is it? Can I roll a perception check to see if this guy looks like is a part of the crew or something?
That would be an investigation check. He may be a scientist. He could also be a mad scientist that got locked away with you. You don't know. Either way, he's definitely a sciencey type.
I suppose it's worth a shot. Waking this guy up to see what we can do with him.
And do you have any idea how those machines work?
Let me take a look. I want to look in. Is it possible for me to figure it out?
That would be a computer's check. Pretty darn good. You know from your computer's check that this pod is actually malfunctioned, and the life support is off. It actually redlined. He flatlined. He's dead.
this guy isn't going anywhere with us.
You know, we don't need him to be alive. We really just need his eyes.
Depends how long he's been dead, doesn't it? Or
I
does it?
suppose we could try that. I'm going to try to take his eyes.
Okay. Well, with
Peck his
the
eyes out.
with the computer check that you had earlier, you are able to continue your action forward, and you can open it. And yes, you can pluck out one of his eyes with almost no issue.
All right, I'll do that and start making my way. This movement thing, I tell you. Over here.
All right, Gabriel.
I'm gonna hop out of the pod here. No use staying inside of it. And I'm gonna ask, is everyone okay?
Affirmative.
So far, so good.
And I guess that's gonna be my turn because I don't have the eye.
All right, Chip.
It's probably having trouble with Discord.
Yeah,
He is.
remember, I have to click on Discord to talk to you, so I can't do stuff at the same time. So I'm going to move out of the cryo chamber to the front, to the base of it. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, as a question, do I have wings? Can I fly?
You cannot fly. Your wings had been clipped before you came to prison.
Oh, that's awful.
Very
Right.
uncouth.
Using my computer skills, can I work out whether or not there's any of these computer systems are hooked up to the mainframe?
Go ahead and try. That's actually a very good question.
Bear with me 1 second, please.
Not a problem. You will know that the cryostasis pods are on an isolated system away
Right.
from the mainframe.
Right. Can I get the information up to see how long we've actually been in them?
Yes. With that roll, you know that each of you have been in here for anywhere from 6 months to a year.
Okay, dokie. Well, I keep that information to myself.
You specifically have been in here for, I will whisper it to you, but you'll understand.
Okay, dokie. Right. Which side of the door is the keypad on?
Oh, excuse me. Gabriel's actually standing in front of it right now.
Okay, dokie. There doesn't seem to be any other kind of computer access in this room apart from that keypad.
No.
Well, in that case, I'm going to. There's not a lot I can really do because they're there. So I'll leave them to it and see what happens.
Okie dokie. It comes back around to Lady Ashfell.
Darling, can you toss me the eye? And then I would hold my action until I can get an eyeball.
Okay.
Here you go. I'm going to toss it to her.
All right. We'll just say that you can talk to her. I mean, it's no real threat going on in this room right at the moment. So
I did accidentally skip my turn.
I can put it back on you. It's not a problem. Okay, so you have the eyeball.
So, do I need to make another check, or can I use the
Nope.
eye to open the door?
Nope, we'll still use your check from the last time, since once again you're not in any threat. And the door will slide open.
What is on the other side?
You can see through to this room that there is lockers on the north and south walls.
Oh, thank God.
The door that is far over to the other side of the room, that doorway appears to have additional security measures on it and a turning wheel. There's also glass that seems to be very, very thick and broken in the porthole for the door.
Interesting. I would like to go to the lockers and start rummaging through. I'm looking for the gun.
Gotcha. All right, so you can go ahead and you want to go north lockers or south lockers?
Ashfell will start with the southern lockers, please.
Okie dokie. In the southern lockers, you will find, if you go over to the upper right-hand side of your fantasy grounds, everybody, you will see that there's 2 little people heads. That's your party sheet. In the party sheet, there's an inventory tab. Any gear that you find, I will drop in the inventory tab. If you wish to retrieve a piece of inventory, you grab the little I button on the far right side of its description, and you would drag and drop that into your character sheet.
Alrighty.
So what you find in the south lockers is you find 6 EVA suits.
Okay. I guess I would take one of the suits. I don't know how I would do that.
Just drag and drop it to your inventory tab on your character sheet. From the
Okay.
party sheet. There you go.
And do I have time to check the north locker as well?
No.
Okay, then next up.
Okay, Rock, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to head into the room.
Okay, and you see what I've described before. In the north lockers, you discover that it's mostly everyday clothing that seems to have been hastily left behind. Like there's a left boot in one locker, there's a torn shirt in another locker, there's a badge in another locker that seems to be like the kid's Space Ranger kind of badge, something you'd give to like your child. There's a macaroni picture of a woman with 2 heads in another locker.
So it looks like somebody left in a hurry, or a bunch of somebody's.
Exactly.
Can I grab one of those EVA suits anytime?
Yes, you can. And just as a note, as people drag those EVA suits into their inventory, it will automatically update your armor class.
And do I have enough?
Do you have enough what?
Do I have enough movement to get over to the door?
I would say yes.
Okay, I'll just step up and...
You can see the darkness of space in beyond some of the broken glass.
Okay, I wouldn't open this door right away. And I think I'll start putting on the EVA suit.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. So this will be coming to Echo's turn.
So, seeing that the door's now open, oh god, it's all moving around on this site. I will move. Oh god, sorry about this. To there, just have a look through the door initially.
Okay.
And then now, how do you move the map, by the way?
Down in the lower right-hand corner of the map is
Yeah.
a little reticle that you can click
I'll
and
work
move
out.
around on. Or if you can hold down the middle mouse button, like if you have a mouse wheel,
Yeah.
you can hold down on that, and you can also pan
There
across
we
the
go.
map doing that.
Okay, that's a lot easier to do. Okay, so having a look into the room, I see the door on the other side, so I go over to investigate as well. What's done there?
Okay. You will notice the same thing that was noticed before, that there is space beyond that door, and this this doorway appears to be some kind of airlock door.
Can I investigate what is needed to open the door? Like what security's on it?
You can roll an investigation check. Yep, I'll allow that.
How would I go about doing that?
That's under your skills tab on your character sheet, and it'll be
Skills and
investigation.
investigation. That's how it is. Did that do that?
Yeah.
Nice roll.
That's who I roll.
Well,
Okay.
you will know that there is no power going to the door, but there is a manual release.
Right. Okay. I'm also gonna don the spacesuit, EVA suit
Okay.
as well. I can't move that over, right?
And I think that would be about everything for you.
Okay, and I will return. There we go.
All right, Hawkins moves into the room.
Look at the spacesuit, start grabbing it and putting it on, and say, Lady Asheville, remind me to buy you a drink for finding our ticket out of here.
I'm going to hold you to that, darling.
No worries. First round's on me. I don't want to, put the spacesuit on and wait for everybody else to do it.
Okay.
I guess that's pretty much it for this round.
Yep. Gabriel.
I'm gonna move into the room there. I'm gonna say, what do you see outside that door, sirs?
A lot of space, nothing much else. We're gonna need to get some EVA suits on, or you're all gonna suffocate.
Well, I guess I'll grab one of these suits.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to grab one of these suits.
They are in the party sheet, which is the upper right-hand corner of the fantasy grounds. Yep, just like that.
Got it.
And if you're all done, go ahead and advance your turn, and we'll get to Chip.
Okay. My first move will be to go to the doorway to see what's happening.
Okay. And you see people are beginning to climb into spacesuits, EVA suits.
Rightio. So I am going to move down to where the EVA suits are. Is there a nice open gap between these people to get to it?
Yep, you can go literally directly south.
Well, in that case, I want to go through and make sure I accidentally walk into one of them as I go past. A little nudge, if you get what I mean.
Gotcha. Okay. Who would you like to nudge? Because you could actually go pretty much anywhere and nudge somebody.
Right. Eeny, meeny, miny. Right, we'll do the guy in the middle. Sorry, Gabriel.
All right, so you kind of give Nick Gabriel like one of those little shoulder chucks on your way by, like the move, mate, move kind of things.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even talk to him. I just literally hit my shoulder into him, look at him with scorn, and walk past.
Gotcha. Not a problem.
Gabriel just kind of glares at him.
Very good. And you will start putting on an EVA suit as well, sir. So if you want to drag one out of there.
Yep, I've done it.
Okay, so it takes all of you a few minutes to put on the EVA suits. It's not one of those things you can put on in a single round. It actually takes time. So, but you do put them on. You do put them on properly. I'm assuming some of you will even help each other.
Gabriel, darling, that's backwards. That's backwards. Stop. Here, just sit still.
Oh yes, thank you, darling.
So, alrighty.
Sorry, as they're doing that, I mutter under my breath, idiots.
Very good. So we'll say that 5 minutes have gone by, just to make it nice and simple. And it's now Lady Ashfell. You can go ahead and go first.
Lady Asheville knows her strengths and weaknesses. And while she could open the door, she does notice two very large figures already within good proximity of opening the door. So after she gets like her suit assembled, she's just going to kind of glance over and just be like, "Gents, if you'd be so kind, I think we're ready to proceed to the next leg of the journey."
Oh my god. My character says that, by the way.
Okay. One of the things, by the way, all of you notice as you have snapped on your helmets is a HUD system, a heads-up display, appears on the screen across the inside of the helmet, and you have 20 minutes of oxygen remaining in your EVA suits.
Oh dear.
All right, Lady Ashfell. Anything else you would like to do?
Just scoot within range of getting out of the door quickly.
Excellent. Rock.
You said there were manual controls for the door. Where are they located?
They are right on the door. It is a big circular wheel right in the middle of the door that you would have to put some muscle into.
If everyone's ready, I'm going to start opening this, I hope.
Ready over here?
Looks like we're all good.
I'll start cranking.
All
Crack that egg.
Yeah, exactly. Crack that egg. And as you open the door, you see space. All the air escapes. Thankfully, the artificial gravity still works inside the station. But outside the station, this was at some point in time some sort of catwalk system, and actually was probably enclosed before. It has since been blown off and is now open to space.
Okay, I'm going to head out, since it's the only way to go, to the end of the catwalk, I think.
Okay. As you start walking out the door, you instinctually, since everybody here is a part of a spacefaring race, you instinctually turn on the mag boots, so that way you don't go flying off into space. As you exit and you are no longer a part of the anti-gravity.
And my suit's holding up. I don't hear any strange hissing noises.
Nope, the only strange hissing noises you hear are from, the other player characters. As they're going, I don't want an EVA.
Okay, I'm going to head down to the end of the catwalk. Okay, I'm going to head down to the end of the catwalk.
Uh-huh. There is quite the gap.
Yeah, no, is there no structure of any kind in there at all?
There is no structure. There was at some point in time. Not now. It's all been removed. And from out here, you can see that the space station really is pretty screwed up.
Well, that doesn't make this any easier.
Do these suits have any kind of directional control?
There is no jet assist. No.
Okay. As I'm sitting here waiting, I'm going to turn my mag boots on and off, jumping up and down a little bit.
Thankfully, you're still inside where the artificial gravity works.
Yeah, I think I'm going to wait here for a little more support and see if we can come up with some way to get across there safely.
Okay. Echo.
Right. So now that the door's open, I'm going to head outside of it and have a quick look around.
You can definitely see the fact that this place is foobar.
So I'm going to carry on down the catwalk and catch up to Rock. Upon looking at the massive gap, I just quietly whisper in his ear, go, "Good luck with jump, mate." And suggest maybe jumping and turning the mag boots off might be one way to get over.
Nice.
And there's not really much else I could do on my turn, so I'm going to end it there. I think that's it. There you go.
All right, Hawkins.
Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. Move my way towards the door. And let me see here. Oh, that's just... Well, it is 0G. So with my dash action, can I run, turn my grav boots off, and jump, and possibly sail and land?
Possibly.
Yes, I want to try this.
Excellent. So, I'm going to need an athletics check out of you. Ho, 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 ho. Look where your dash action ends you. Look at that. You're going to be short.
With a -1, this is fantastic. All right, here we go.
Okay, now, if you miss the DC
Yes!
by... Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh.
It's nice knowing you. As I fly off into space.
Mad.
All right, so... According to my scatter diagram, this is where Hawkins will start floating off to. Flailing rapidly. Gabriel, it's your turn.
Well then.
I want to turn my boots on just
I'd like
in
to
case.
move out onto the catwalk.
Okay, you can see Hawkins kind of beginning to float off into space over there.
Would you, when you described the catwalk, it sounded like it would be open air all the way around, or is it just that open spot there where there's a...
It's open air all the way around.
Would I be able to crawl outside of the catwalk onto the outside of the structure?
The structure is made of basically concrete, so the mag boots won't have anything to hold onto.
I feel like this was a design flaw on their end. For this moment for us.
Yeah, for you. But you could attempt to climb across it utilizing your athletics and climb across the face of it like you were climbing a building kind of thing.
I don't think I'm very good at athletics.
Just out of interest, when this guy started floating off, did anyone go, "Oh my god"?
Trying to see what I have right now.
There was a sarcastic, "Are you alright over there?" He wasn't well received.
No, probably not.
All I'm going to say to you, mate, is space, the final frontier.
You're gonna have flash frozen pigeon here in about 20 minutes.
Does it look like the catwalk is actually broken there, or just like not extended?
It is broken. Yep, it's broken.
All right, I'm gonna try to climb across the face of the outside.
Alrighty. Please roll me an athletics check with advantage.
How do I do advantage?
Down in the lower left-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds, you'll see 2 buttons down underneath the chat. One is ADV, one is DIS. Click on the ADV till it glows, and that will be advantage. And then just double-click on your skill, and it'll automatically roll advantage for you. Excellent. That's good enough. So you can move across at half speed. All you want to do is take the 5 foot, or do you want to take a quote-unquote dash action to go another 15? There
I
you
can't
go.
do anything to save him, so I might as well get as far as I can.
Exactly. All right, Chip.
Right. I've heard the commotion, what's going on, so I've got a general idea what's happening, yes? No?
Yes, you do.
Right.
You can hear it through the comms.
Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so here's a question for you. When I was in the cryo chamber before, I was looking if I had any kind of skill that had electronics or anything like that. Would I have seen any kind of wiring or tubing that was accessible in these units?
There are some, 2 of the units that have the bodies in them still are broken, and the one on the south wall, the one that had the half man, half snake, that one had some wires and tubes hanging out of the bottom of it.
Right. So my reasoning is, do I reckon I could salvage enough to make a fairly decent roll party or something to anchor myself?
How long are you looking for?
Well, I'd have to go out and judge the distance first, wouldn't I?
Well, you could make a tether between you and another character up to about 10 foot in length is what you would assume from the stuff that you saw. Trying to make a rope of anything longer than that, you may not be able to.
Right, so 10 foot is the extent, and roughly how big's the gap?
That gap is 18 to 20 feet.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to use my move to go into this room.
Okay.
And sorry, I lost it again. I'm going to go into this room and use my action if I can to start ripping out the wiring or whatever I need.
Okay. Not a
Um,
problem. How many turns would you like to spend in here doing that?
Well, I'm shouting over to Lady Ashford. What race are you, Lady Ashford?
If I'm not mistaken,
Cat.
You're a
yeah,
cat.
I'm a tabaxi, so
Okay.
one of the cat ladies.
Okay. I said, oi, cat!
What?
We might need your help in here. That's if you want to live. Or you can just stand there and do nothing.
That's debatable.
Do you want to live?
I suppose I do have things to attend to.
Well, give us an hand in here then.
Come with me if you like to live. Anything else, sir?
I was talking to you again, but it wasn't transmitting. I said, yeah, I said, so how many turns with Lady Ashford's help do you reckon it'll take to get, say, the 10 foot?
2 rounds.
2 rounds. Okie dokie. Right. Well,
It'll
we'll see
take
then.
3 if she does not help.
Right. So we will see. Right. I'll end my turn.
Oh, okay. Have I heard? Has there been any commotion? Do I have any idea that we have a party member out in space?
I don't think Hawkins actually ever said that he was floating off into space, and I don't think anybody else out there said a word.
No, I have no idea. That's not the reason I'm doing it.
So yeah, nobody has alerted anybody to the fact that the Birdman has flown the coop.
I also don't really know why Chip is gathering wires, or do I at least gather that much from what's going on?
You can probably, you're a relatively intelligent creature, so you probably figure that there's going to be some sort of harness or rope or some other such thing they're going to be using.
Okay. Well, I guess fine. Not happy about it. Begrudgingly. Don't like being called a cat.
Meow.
But I have claws, so
This
I
kitty's
will
got
use
claws.
them. This kitty's got claws, and she's gonna use them and definitely not accidentally scratch Chip at all.
I'm looking to see if I've got a a plate of milk in my inventory.
No saucers of milk. No saucers of cream.
Darn it.
Okay. Do I have to roll for this?
No.
Okay.
So if the two of you are doing that, it's going to take a total of 2 rounds to collect enough that you will make a tether.
Alrighty.
And since, thankfully, your claws are retractable, they're not puncturing your suit. Rock.
That's good.
That would be funny.
She flips you off, pokes her claw right through her suit. Oh, shit.
Almost.
Well, I think I'm going to take the leap of faith across here and see if I can get to the other side.
Give me an athletics check. Once again, don't miss by 5 or more, or else you're going to be joining the Birdman in a flight. And rocks don't fly well.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, I'm just not going to say what not to do anymore, because you guys are doing a great job of doing it.
It's okay, I
Alright.
can fix this.
And with my scatter diagram, I
Somehow.
see you going over this direction. You and the Birdman
I
are going
almost got
to
you.
you guys are going to float together in space. Oh my god.
Now, can I grab him from there, or is it too far away?
Well, no, you could probably grab him. Why don't you give me an unarmed attack? Target him by holding down control and left-clicking on him, and then give me an unarmed attack. Since he's kind of flailing and stuff as he flies through space, he's not really cooperating and doesn't understand that you're actually going to try to grab him.
Please tell. Oh,
Nope, you just miss him. Your hand is not quite close enough. Yeah, you just miss him.
can I just say for the record that somewhere along the line we've been given Stormtrooper dice?
Yes, you have.
Can someone check my dice to see if there's higher than a 2 on there?
As one of my regular Delver Society players says, it's my dice mod that I have installed that screws everybody over. And no, I do not have a dice mod that actually screws people over.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
I
when we start
think
rolling.
you're about done. I mean, you have a bonus action you could utilize if you want to. And ladies and
Well,
gentlemen,
you
if you're
are.
going to fail a lot, change your dice color, because that's kind of like, punishing your dice. You can always change your dice color. It's the little palette thing over on the top right hand side says colors when you mouse over it.
Can I just ask, as Hawkins is flailing around in space, is he actually going squawk, squawk, squawk? Please?
I got some bird song going.
No, let's not do that. Right.
We could use a
I'm
little help
whistling,
out here.
I'm whistling my favorite tune, man.
Actually, I just need one more bird man there. We've got two birds with one stone, man.
Oh. All right, Rock.
Is that pun damage?
The rape your wit just cut me deeply. Rock, if you have anything else you would like to do, or you can advance your turn either way.
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Right, upon seeing the abysmal failure of the previous two guys and the fact that Gabriel is currently halfway across the ship, I am going to attempt that as well.
Roll a 2.
See, now here's the really bad thing. All right, now Rock and Hawkins, the two of them are living, breathing human, creatures. They're humanoid creatures, and them floating off into space. They have 20 minutes basically before they're going to die. Now, if Echo fails and he goes floating off into space, he's an android. He does not breathe, so therefore he's just going to keep floating until he collides with something.
Why don't I need to put the EVA suit on then?
You didn't.
But it looks really nice on you.
See, now we know why you were in prison. You think you're
It's got the
people.
suit.
I am people.
No helmet.
Isn't that adorable? He thinks he's people.
I wonder if he dreams.
At least this people isn't floating in space.
Isn't there a band called Electric Dreams? Anyway, so go ahead and you can roll me an athletics check with advantage to start
Okay.
climbing across the front of the wreckage of the space station.
Is it the one that says ADV on the bottom left?
Yep, you click that until it glows, and then you double-click on your athletics on your skills tab.
Right, I think I've done this right. Just give me a second.
2, 2, 2, 2.
Did that do it?
We saw nothing.
Right. Just give me a second because it's all bugging out on my end.
There we go, now it rolled. And you do just fine. You can go ahead and move at half speed across the front of the wreckage.
Okay, what does that actually mean? Is that half distance?
It'd be your half distance. So if you can typically move 30, this would be 15. So you'd be able to use 3 squares
Right,
of
I
movement.
get you. So to there.
Yep.
And as I'm not going to attempt to climb over Gabriel, I'll leave it there. 'Cause I'm
Alright.
the third person in space.
All right, Hawkins.
All right. Do I notice a
flap your
valve?
wings.
Do I notice a valve on my suit anywhere?
There is no valves on your suit externally. Nope.
Well, then,
These are your Dollar General EVA suits.
which direction am I going?
You are heading towards the lower right-hand corner of the map. So that direction. Yep, that's the right direction you're moving at the moment. Unless you decide you want to do something different. If you can't do something
I'd like
different.
to exactly.
Give me options.
Can I puncture my suit somehow?
You can indeed puncture your
No,
suit.
no.
I'm gonna try and
Can we-
do that. I'm gonna try and puncture my left glove and Iron Man myself. You know, like push myself with one hand towards the door.
Mm-hmm. You're
This
pulling
way.
You're pulling a Matt Damon from. Oh God.
Matt Damon. Oh, speaking of which, did you see the Blood Channel?
Yes, I saw that.
Anyway, I'm gonna try this.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me a acrobatics check?
That I like.
2.
Damn it!
Oh my goodness.
I haven't changed the color and everything. This is too good to be true.
Yes, it is. Okay, so instead of moving just 15 feet in that direction, What you are going to end up doing is roll me a d8, and that's how I will determine your scatter. Aha! You will go that way.
Even before I keep going.
So you jettison away that direction, kind of spinning, pirouetting. Are you screaming? Remember, nobody can hear you scream in space, but...
Nah,
So,
join the view.
Gabriel.
All right. What direction is Rock currently floating in?
I don't think he's
That
floating.
direction.
I don't think he's floating anymore. He's shooting like a rocket.
Well, Hawkins is shooting like a rocket, who's kind of like
Yeah, sorry,
spiraling out of
Hawkins,
control.
Hawkins.
Rock is kind of just gently, like, he's making his own asteroid belt as he goes.
At this point, I might be able to get Rock, but I can't get Hawkins.
Yeah, it looks like Hawkins may be screaming right off the map here shortly.
All right. I'd like to cast Find Vehicle in the path that Rock is floating to summon like a large bus.
I summon a bus. All right, what is the
And-
range on your spell?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so... And you're trying to do that in front of Rock?
Yeah, so like he could like collide with it and jump off of it or something.
Okay. All right, we can do that. There. That is what you summon. You summon a big brick-like object right there. But I will need you to roll me another athletics check because that is going to require a little bit of hand waving.
With or without advantage?
Without advantage this time around. Don't worry, the DC's not bad on this one. You're already on the wall. You're just trying to make sure that you stay on the wall. Wow. A 4.
I don't think I'm on the wall.
You're not on the wall anymore. You're just floating next to the wall. So, yeah. But you did summon your bus.
And I've got plenty of places to hit.
Yes, you do. Would you like to do anything else?
That's it.
Okay. So, Chip, you are currently ripping stuff out of the pods in order to make yourself a tether. You'll have one more round of doing this. And you can hear over the comms, you can definitely hear Gabriel reciting some sort of prayer about bus summoning.
It's the magic school bus.
It's magic.
I think I saw that episode.
I think that's just the chant is just the Magic School Bus theme.
Oh, no. As long as Miss Frizzle's not on it, we're okay. Schizo, can you hear me or no?
I can now, yeah. It just basically threw me out. That was quite fun.
Oh, okay. You are currently ripping stuff out, and you can hear Gabriel chanting the Magic School Bus theme song to summon a bus over the over the comms.
And I presume now I've heard screaming from the comms, have I? From people floating into space?
Not from me.
Not from
No,
yeah.
no,
Hawkins is
nothing.
loving it.
No, nothing. No,
I'm just
nothing.
like, yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll just carry on doing what
I'm
doing.
out of prison. That's my mentality. I'm out of prison, so I'm
Oh.
just like, whatever. I need to do whatever the hell I can to get away from here.
You're a time of your life.
I'll,
What's left of it anyway?
Exactly.
I'll look at how Lady Ashfell's doing. Does she seem to be working quite hard?
Yes, yes, she does.
Moderately. She may or may not take extended glares in your direction.
Well, I'm looking at you and saying, for God's sakes, hurry up, cat. And then I'm quitting my turn.
All right, Lady
Lady-
Ashfell.
Lady Ashfell has decided that she's bored and is going to leave our illustrious Chip.
And she starts to walk away. I went, hey, what are you doing?
I'm bored, and I believe my assistance is required elsewhere.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Next time I'll make sure these units are covered in catnip.
I'm going to kill you before this is over.
Trust me, you'll die before you even get one claw out of that sad little claw of yours. Or whatever. That was a
I
toe
wouldn't
on
waste
back.
my claws on you.
What are you going to do? Spit a fur ball at me?
When I
can't-
find my gun, this will go a lot differently.
I can't even say that I'm the air molecule laughing my ass off because you're in space. There's no air, so I can't even do that. I'm a dust particle that floats by. I'm just a little quasar.
Moon River.
All right, so Lady Ashfell, what else would you like to do? Since two of you seem to be hurling insults at each other.
I'm in this room going meow, meow.
I'm getting as far away from that insulting, shivering little shit as I can.
Hey, come on! I'm flirting with you.
Oh, please. I'm not going to finish that sentence. I'm retconning that. Anyway, so I come out onto the catwalk and survey the situation and then realize that it's not good. And I used my action to dash, so I suppose I'm just going to dash here because what Rock and Gabriel, well, what Gabriel was doing, looks better than floating in space.
Gotcha. So she comes out, she does her little turn, and she comes back.
Very sassy, very model on a catwalk.
Yes, that's why I said you did your little turn on the catwalk. But technically, any place you go is a catwalk.
It's true. It's really true.
You can advance your turn.
Rawr.
Since you have no more actions, since you used to do that dash action. And the athletics check is an action. Rock. Okay, so here you are floating. There is now suddenly the spirit of a bus in front of you.
Okay, is it solid? Like, will I bounce off it?
Yes, you can utilize it to bounce off it.
Okay, I'm gonna or climb along the side of it and try and reach the catwalk from like around here.
Okay, give me an athletics check. I'm not saying anything about DCs or if it's easy or difficult or anything. And that's why I don't say stuff like that. Okay, so you are able to move down along it. You can move 5 more feet along it if you wish. But to push off from it will be another athletics check. Because
From there, can I reach the catwalk?
you'll have to push off. And the athletics is going to be covering the push and redoing your mag boots in time to hit the catwalk.
Okay, I'm gonna try and push off because there's a wall that's gonna stop me from going too far.
Okay. Haha! You have succeeded in landing back on the catwalk.
And that's probably all I can do again.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back on solid ground. Only one guy to get. Hawkins.
There! Now everybody can hear that one over the comms.
Right. Because I've seen Hawkins display flying to space, I'm going to push off from the wall to reach the bus.
Okay.
I'm going to try and recover him because I don't need to breathe.
Okay, I understand. All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, because you're trying to basically hit the bus. So this would be you twisting your body in space. Okay, you do a good job.
Right.
He seems to be getting all the good dice.
Yes, he does. It's like I built the character to be in space.
The bus makes space better.
It does. The
Space
bus
bus.
does make space better.
Okay. How much movement do I have left?
You have, for your regular action, 10 feet of movement left.
Right. So
And you can move 10 feet right down the side of the bus with no additional rolls or anything like that, because you had a very good roll on your acrobatics.
Right. So I'm going to move down to there.
Okay.
And I don't think there's anything else I can do because it's a bit too far out of reach to try and grab. So I'm going to end my turn there.
Alrighty. Hawkins.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and try that?
Hopping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and use directional thrust again to push me at least into the magic school bus.
Alright, and this will be another acrobatics check. Should I jinx you?
Sure. Yeah, let's try it.
It's a relatively easy check.
Cue
And-
natural
No,
one.
it's not.
yeah.
It's actually a DC of 15.
Forewarning, I changed the color of my dice to mint, so hopefully I can get some of the luck.
Oh no,
just
you got
crossed
mint?
Mint
Oh no.
and Mrs. Mint.
Fingers
Here we
crossed.
go. Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh
D8.
my god. Oh god.
Just get lucky with this one.
Yeah.
Or not.
Of course not.
Well, you bang into the wall over here.
Oh, that's a wall. Oh, hell yeah.
You don't think
Can
I'd
I-
have the first quote-unquote encounter of the game be like, terrible, do you? Speaking of which, the female voice of the computer comes across your comms. 1 hour
minutes.
until self-destruct.
Oh my god, we've been through 2 rooms in an
I'm
hour.
not-
We're doomed.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the self-destruct. I'm worried about my air at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What?
I want to pinch that. Pinch the puncture.
That would be a repair check.
Oh, where's that?
That's on your skills tab.
Oh, there it is. Okay. What the fuck?
Wow. Okay, so you put your finger right in it and rip it
Makes
open
it
even
bigger.
more. You now start
Does
flashing red inside the HUD as it now is registering the fact that you only have 2 minutes of air remaining, which means 2
Because of
rounds of
this-
air.
Do I get pushed off in another direction?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess that's about it.
All right, Gabriel, you're just floating next to the wall. You're not, you don't have any momentum to go anywhere because you cast your spell. So you're just floating next to the wall.
Let's see what I can do with that.
Now, would you like to push yourself along the wall to get over to the catwalk, or what would you like to do?
So I'm just not like still on the wall. But I'm close to it enough to like touch it.
Yeah, you're close enough to touch it.
So yes, I'd like to push myself towards the catwalk.
Alrighty. Let's give you... Just roll me a d20. There you go. Just roll a d20. A plain old d20. Alright.
Buses make things good.
You push yourself over, and you've landed on the catwalk. You are in front of yet another airlock door.
This one looks more functioning than the other one.
This one has power. Now, just to let you know, both of the doors that were airlock doors, the one that you guys came out of, and this one that you're standing in front of, both of those doors are the quote-unquote interior airlock doors. The exterior one, the one that would go outside, has obviously been blown away.
That makes things a little different.
Yes. So whatever you're about to do, if you open up this door, you're probably going to decompress whatever air is in whatever rooms beyond, and it's kind of like blowing through a straw. As the people who like physics are suddenly looking at the map going, oh god, this could be so bad.
Me and the boss are currently sweating a lot.
Yeah, the bus makes things a little iffy now. I think I'm just going to leave it like that for this round.
Okay. Alright, Chip, you have heard the ruckus that is now going on outside. You have collected enough to make a tether.
Righty-ho. So I am now going to be moving to the main door to see what's happening for myself.
Okay.
So I'm just asking, if I use the full dash movement, what's my total movement?
It'd be a total of 60.
I might as well.
Are your bots not working?
Yeah, my bot's not working.
Oh man,
So
I'm doomed.
I'm sorry for my viewers who are watching. The Revlo bot apparently is not working in order to buy advantages or disadvantages for the players.
So epic.
Yeah, but I have noticed that Smitty is attempting to buy Hawkins some advantage, and I think
She
they're
just got home, by the way.
yeah. So Hawkins, next round you will have advantage on your skill checks.
So
Hey, if the Revlo bot's not working, it's not working.
So I'm in this position now. I can see what's happening, and for a second, I'm going to stand there and look at the bus.
Yeah, that's a little unusual. The fact that there is a yellow school bus parked in space right there.
And there's a look of absolute confusion on my face when I look at the bus. I then see, is it two people floating in space? Is it?
It's one person floating in space who looks like he's just collided with that portion of the space station to the south, or to the bottom of the map. He is not in control. You can see the condensation of the air escaping from his glove, and it is definitely pushing him all over the place.
Right. I look at them and just mutter under my breath. Oh, idiots. And as I've used all my movement, I'll have to end it there. Can you do that for me, please, Gio?
Sure.
I have lost the combat tracker.
Not a problem. Lady Ashfell.
All right, so this is a mess, and I don't like dealing with messes. So I'm going to choose to ignore it and just get myself to the door. So I'm going to try the maneuver that I just saw Gabriel doing, except with the boots on the ship.
I would like to make the point, if she doesn't like dealing with messes, how does she deal with her litter tray?
Ooh. This would be a roll of an advantage on athletics.
Nice.
All right, and I'm going to use a full dash then, if that's allowed, or at least
Yep.
as much as I can to get
Yep.
there.
So it'll be a total of 30 feet, actually, is what you'll be able to use.
Oh, right. Oh, God. I have too much.
There you go. Try again. Bueno. And you go scrabbling across the side.
And I think that will do it.
Excellent. Rock, it is your turn. I'm sorry, I'm
just gonna
like
head up
stifling laughs
to
while
the
I'm
door.
doing this.
Over here.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna kneel down and get a good grip on the catwalk. So if that door gets opened and the air comes blasting out, I have a hold of something.
Ooh, very good. All
And
right.
I think I'll end my turn there.
Excellent. So, Echo, all right, you're on the corner of the bus. You can see that Hawkins is flying all over the place. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna push off from the bus to try and land near him.
All right. Give me an acrobatics check. This is just for accuracy's sake. Decent. You will land right next to him.
And I'm gonna attempt to grab him.
Okay, make me, since once again he is flopping all over the place, he has zero control over himself, please make me an unarmed attack roll by targeting him, and then make your unarmed attack.
I'm a wet noodle.
Wow! And you go to reach out to grab him, and just the jets are shooting him back and forth and up and down and spinning him around, and you reach out and you go to grab him and miss.
Right. There's not really much else I can do now, so I'll end my turn.
Okay, Hawkins, you
Let's
have
reverse this roll.
advantage. You have advantage the entire.
I'm gonna try and grab him.
Okay, target him and make an attack roll with advantage.
An attack roll.
Yeah, it's an unarmed attack roll. You are flailing all over the place. You don't have any control of your body at the moment.
So just roll what, d20?
On your actions tab, you do have an unarmed attack. Eraser's telling you to take off your gloves.
I'm not seeing this unarmed attack.
Did I not give you one?
It should be on the actions tab.
There you go. Try
There.
again.
Oh, look, there it is. Good God.
Wow!
Oh,
Don't
weren't
forget you have
supposed to
advantage.
on that.
Yeah, you have advantage on it. So re-roll it with advantage.
So, all right, here we go. Still,
Nope, you got him. You got him. 12 is a hit.
still though, look at that, a
Yay.
10.
So you grab a hold of him. You've got him now. You are no longer flying all over the place.
All right. I don't know. I guess I'm done.
I am enjoying this embrace, by the way.
Gabriel.
All right, I'm gonna move over to the end of the catwalk here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get like a real good grip on it, and then I'm going to remote access the controls for the airlock door
Awesome.
and open them.
Okay. So you cast your spell, and they open, causing all sorts of air to come rushing out suddenly. So I need Rock and Gabriel to please make me a strength saving throw with advantage. Thankfully, you wouldn't be flying far. You'd only be flying into the magic school bus. Both of you will succeed, and you are able to hold on while the air escapes.
I think that's going to be it for me.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm going to call out to the guys way out there. Good luck over there.
I think we'll need it with these.
Okay, Chip.
Okie dokie. So I look at the distance on the ramps, and I come to the conclusion that the rope I've just made isn't long enough. Yeah.
Correct.
So I'm now muttering some expletives under my breath. Right. Now, the others are floating, which I presume. See, I don't know anyone else. Out of interest, I look up the structure. Is there any other entrances or windows or any openings on the side of the structure that has been damaged?
Nothing that you can
Apart
see
from that
from this
one.
position.
From that position. Right. I mean, from where I am, above the door I've just come out of, is there anything above it?
No.
Right. So basically, it's the ramp. Now, I'm inclined to do a running jump here because that's just the way I roll. But considering the success rate that we have had with this maneuver, oh well. Right. Sod it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes. And as you can see, okay, I put up a cone. That is the air escaping from inside the ship at the moment. So basically, anybody who enters that needs to make a strength saving throw or else get blown.
Is my bus okay?
Your bus is just fine because your bus is not affected by it.
Sorry, I'll ask that again. It was off. Can I actually see any physical evidence of that disturbance?
Yes, you can see the condensation trail quickly escaping from the side. And you can see, of course, the
Right.
two gentlemen hunkered down, holding on to the catwalk in front of it.
Well, I don't want to be jumping at the moment then, because otherwise I'm going to jump straight into it. Which is true, isn't it? If I try jumping at the moment, I'm going to go straight into it. So I'm going to basically delay my actions until that thing has stopped.
Okay. Why don't you give me an intelligence check, and that will give you a rough guesstimation. And Lady Ashfell.
Good luck.
Now, I really want in that room, but I also don't want to go blasting into space. Do I think that if I landed and, was able to hold on, I could get in the room?
If you made a high enough strength save, actually, in that case, it'd be a strength check. Because what you'll be doing is you'll be fighting against it to try to move forward. Then, yes.
See, when you word it so hesitantly, it also makes me hesitate. Players
play the game master plays the players.
That was not me. For clarification, the cat noise was not me.
You sure? You sure?
I'm not that talented. Okay, I'm gonna try it because you know what? What's D&D without some risks? So this is just a straight strength?
This will be a strength check. because you are fighting it to make its way up.
That's not great. That's not great.
Nope, you are blown back into rock. I will give you a strength saving throw. There is no advantage on this, but I'm giving you one because Rock did so well on his save. Okay, you hit him, and you are able to reach down and grab a hold of the catwalk, and you are now basically stuck right where you are, while the air is escaping and rushing into your face.
My fur is a mess.
Well, thankfully you are in an EVA suit, so it's not actually ruffling your fur.
That's true. I forget these things.
Okay, Rock, you now have a cat's ass in your face.
Is the air still rushing out of the doorway?
Yes, it is. If you would like
I'm
to
just
fight the current, once again, it will be a strength check to climb over her and to go inside. Matter of fact, I'll even open up some of the maps so you can see what you can see.
yeah, because my dice rolls have been so good.
Well, that looks like fun.
The hell?
Is that a giant fan blade?
I don't know.
That's certainly
We're
what it
doomed.
looks like.
Oh,
It looks like
Jesus.
someone's going to die on that.
Okay, I'm gonna make the attempt to climb over and into the past the door anyway.
Alrighty, go for it. You make your strength check.
Can I just make the point that probably most of us are going to die before we even get into the room?
We certainly are with rolls like that.
Well, don't forget, you all do have inspiration that will allow you to re-roll a die roll if you spend your inspiration point.
I would recommend that.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend my inspiration then.
Wow. I recommend changing your dice colors. There's one of my viewers
It
right
hasn't-
now who was
has-
playing a dwarf a couple of weeks ago who had the same problem climbing a set of stairs.
I've already changed it twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've done it like 3, 4, 5 times now. Nothing.
Okay. You do not gain any headway, nor do you lose any.
Okay, I guess I'm done for this turn then.
Okay. Okay, Echo. You and Hawkins are in a loving embrace. You're kind of doing that floating, 2001 Space Odyssey looking, into each other's eyes as you pirouette slowly in space.
Yeah. I only have eyes for you.
And in the background, all you can hear is dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun, dun, dun. But the funny thing is, he's a Birdman, so you're literally staring into his pecker. So, all right, what do you?
Right.
Oh no!
Oh, right. Because I don't need it, I'll take one of my gloves off and my spare oxygen tank and pass them both to Hawkins, as they're both damaged and very low at the moment.
Okay.
I owe you 2 drinks.
Will oil surpass?
Don't forget, you think you're people.
I still drink oil. I'm a weird android.
Oh, gotcha.
And would I be able to throw Hawkins from here?
We can try it.
Right. I want to attempt to throw him at the wall. Also, I'm still moving, so you know what I mean. There.
Now is not
Okay.
a good time to get a bad roll.
Yeah, I realize that. But as I'm an android, I'll assume he'll be fine.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and we will use your unarmed attack and make an attack roll with Hawkins.
Okay, I think I've got him still.
Is he proficient in Hawkins?
I don't know. It's kind of like playing badminton. He's serving a birdie. Wow. And with his character, a 19 is considered a critical. So you wanted him to end in this square right here.
Yeah, just below.
You shoot him like a lawn dart at the wall. You just fire him off with no issues whatsoever. You're like, Hawkins needs to end up over there. Boom! And you throw him. Like a javelin, he just sticks to the wall right there. Not only does he fly exactly where you want him to, he sticks to the wall.
He's playing Angry Birds right now. Is what he's
Yes,
doing.
he is.
Yeah.
You're a red bird.
Okay, and then obviously I'm going to use my movement to also jump in the same direction. If I can do that.
Okay.
I assume you're wanting a acrobatics.
An acrobatics, actually, would be probably better. It gets you in the general direction. So you'll be able to zip across to there. All right, Hawkins, it's your turn.
Do I have a hold of the wall?
Yes, you are stuck to the wall. As in, you were placed in such a way that even a baby could, hold on to this wall.
All right, I'll, start moving my way this way. But also, I'd like to do a perception check and look up and down the hull of the ship. Do I notice any escape pods anywhere?
No, you don't even need to worry about making that escape check.
Okay.
Or that perception check. Yeah, nope, there is none.
All right, then, yeah, I want to make my way up there and wait, trying to, you know what? Can I...
You can make an intelligence check to see what the duration may be. Unfortunately, poor Chip did not succeed on the check.
Duration.
The duration
Oh,
of the jet.
Yeah, I figured that.
Well, can I make it into there?
Well, that would require a strength check.
Oh, God. There it is.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Make me a strength saving throw. And it's going to be a 6. Oh, it's a 3. Whoa.
Wow.
So,
Thank God there's a bus there.
thank God there's a bus.
We just rescued him.
Now, it's the first time that a bird's ever been, has ever... No, I guess it's not the first time a bird's ever hit a bus.
Can I just say, just for the record, seeing that a bird doesn't have wings, he's spending a lot of time flying.
Yes, he did. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just stood there like, I ain't rescuing him again this time.
I'm beginning to question fantasy grounds now.
It hates you today. All right, Gabriel, what would you like to do?
I would like to slowly crawl towards the airlock, trying to get inside.
Make the strength check. I'm so hesitant to say this about the strength check anymore. Do I have to say anything? What's next? It's the strength save. Oh no, you need to make a strength check first, not a strength save.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Your mother is
It
probably
doesn't
peeing
make any
herself
difference.
laughing right now, isn't she?
She's still like 30 seconds behind, so she needs to catch up.
Gotcha. Alright, now make your strength save. I will not use the one that you used already. Let's hope it's better.
It is.
Oh my god.
You're over here. Now, here's the
Change
question.
your dice color.
I call it the Hawkins Hex.
Is this... Oh, good. It's not a concentration spell. So, therefore, Find Vehicle is not concentration. It's going to be there for 8 hours. So, you guys may end up driving away in this magic school bus.
Why
Buses are great.
I love that. I can hear in the background. Why don't we just drive away in the school bus?
If we need to roll to see if we can actually drive it, I hate to see what's going to happen with the rolls we're getting.
Well, I can automatically drive it. I just can't drive it anywhere because there's no road.
That's what's stopping you, not the lack of gravity or anything. It's not
Yeah.
having a road.
But you can use the propulsion of the explosion.
Well, I would like to say that the viewers are giving you recommendations, and this is perhaps the best one I have so far. Keen Project says, might I recommend blowing on the screen dice gently for good luck? All right, Gabriel, you're pretty much done with your turn, I think.
Yep.
Chip.
Okay, so this is what I've seen. I saw the air blowing out and made the decision not to do the jump because I didn't want to be blown into space.
Uh-huh.
I've seen two people on the platform who were just on the platform, not even jumping, suddenly go spiraling off into space.
Yes.
And I see the other two people crouched down for dear life. Right? So, being the team player, I just stand there and do nothing.
You just stand there and do nothing. Okay, that's fine.
I'm waiting for that thing to stop. I am not jumping until it stopped.
Okay. All right.
That might change, by the way.
Yes, it may change.
Does the air show any signs of stopping or getting lighter?
It is, yes.
But it would still take a couple checks to get through?
Yes, it's going to take a few checks to get into. Basically, once you get past this doorway, it's not going to be like the straw effect anymore.
Okay, well, I really want in that room, so I'm going to do it.
Give me that strength check.
I'm just wondering what
Son
would
of
have
a
happened.
biscuit eating bulldog on ice?
All
Oh
aboard
my
the
god!
Magic School Bus.
Hawkins X.
To the bus.
Contact.
I'm just wondering why someone didn't. If you could have actually shut the door again, and that would have stopped the air supply.
Nothing gained, nothing lost?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Nothing gained, nothing lost. You try to crawl forward, you pull a hand out, you feel the air push hard against you, and you immediately slam your hand back down into the grate to make sure that you aren't going to go flying off.
Okay, that was productive and eventful. Rocket's your turn.
Let's
I'm going to
break
have to get
Hawkins'
through this
head.
door.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try it again.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. I didn't realize this was going to be this difficult.
I mean, I can only fail so many times.
That would
You'd
be
say
a
that.
wonderful thing if it were true.
Listen, when we come back in another life after this adventure, we can all sign up for Stormtrooper Academy. We'd be perfect there.
Exactly.
It really would.
And over your communications links, you can hear the computer and her female voice say, T-minus 30 minutes till self-destruct.
Doomed.
Now, I'm trying to get the cat's attention because I need to ask a question. So on the comms, I go.
All right, Rock, you can go ahead and make a strength check, a regular strength check, to climb forward.
Good luck.
Totally ignored, by the way.
I imagine I would be.
It just gets better.
I'm staring at these dice that are popping up on my screen. I'm like, are you serious? I'm even lowering the DC right now, and it's still... I haven't said the DC out loud, and the computer knows. See? I told you, ghost in the machine.
Yes.
So this would be a strength
Livingston.
saving throw.
It's Livingston's The Revenge of Livingston.
It is. It's the Revenge of Livingston. That is successful.
Okay.
Probably like a 2 now, the DC.
No,
I
not
was
quite down
pretty
that far.
lucky, otherwise I would have very squashed bird at that point.
But, okay, so once again, for Rock, nothing ventured, nothing lost on this one. You tried to move forward. You went to go climb over Lady Ashfell. You felt the air press against you. You immediately slammed your hands down into the catwalk and held on for dear life.
Okay, now, could I help Lady Ashfell to get through the door on her
Aha!
next turn?
Yes, you can give her the help action, which would give her advantage on her roll.
You're my favorite.
Okay, I will do that.
Awesome. And
And that'll be my turn.
now let's see what the bot does.
Right, I'm gonna go along here and also attempt a strength check, which is
Your
what
regular
is it, that one?
strength, it's on the left side of your screen, and you just double
Is it
click
on
on it.
the main?
Yep, it's on main.
Strength. Ooh. There we go.
Woohoo, you made it!
Yay! First time for everything.
There, you've made it to there. Now I can actually open up more map.
Oh god, I'm dreading what this one's gonna look like. Oh sweet Jesus.
But, okay, there's two wonderful effects right now. First of all, you're not being blown through the door, or sucked out into space, whatever you want to call it. Second,
Oh, so I'm not being sucked anymore.
no, you're not being sucked anymore. Secondly, there is a
It's a
large
disadvantage.
fan right here in the middle of the room that's whirring underneath the catwalks. And it appears part of it has broken. There is no more security grate. Now, what you see underneath it is you see a security grate. So if you fall through it, you are not going to go off into space or some such thing. You will just fall and hit the grate that's down at the bottom. The problem is this rapidly rotating fan blade that is here, thus causing the positive pressure, which is pushing out into space. And artificial gravity is back.
Oh joy.
So now you'll have to actually jump in order to get to the other catwalks.
I don't think an android can jump very far. I don't think this is gonna end well.
By the way, you can jump a number of feet equal to your strength score. If you wish to jump any further than that, then it is an athletics check in order to do so.
Right. What's the maximum range on a athletics check? Would it be the same as movement?
Let's see. For you, you can jump 16 feet without a check. If you wish to jump greater than 16 feet, then you will definitely need to roll. And depending on the roll, depends on how far you actually make it.
Right. What are the walls made out of? Is it concrete as well?
Yes, it's that same Duracrete style stuff that the rest of the space station is made of.
There goes the idea to use my boots on the wall. Right. I'm gonna move one step forward onto the edge of the platform, and I'm gonna wait here for everyone else to join.
Okie dokie.
And that'll end my turn.
I'm going to attempt to move onto the platform here.
Give me a strength check.
Can I grab it?
It'd have to be a strength check first because you're being pressed up against the magic school bus. There!
Yeah! White on white it is. Okay, so I get
Isn't that a hate
and
crime? Anyway, go ahead.
If it is whatever, it's working for me right now, so...
And no, Zell, I am not going to charge your account just to give every one of them advantage on all of their checks.
Oh, but please, if she's going to be so kind.
I don't think that's gonna help as much.
Okay, so you move forward. Up through it, because that was the
Now, once
entire
I'm
strength check.
is it possible for me to grab the wall and scale the wall around?
You could try if you'd like.
Now, I don't like the sound of that. What would that entail?
An athletics check.
I think we end up with shredded pigeon here.
I think we're about ready to.
That's a negative on that.
Hey, but there is only 23 minutes or so left in the game, so fortune favors the bold.
If any of the viewers want to buy us a passing spaceship, that'd be nice.
That would be nice.
I realize I don't need to bring me space. I can just get the magic school bus and I'd survive still.
I hate you.
Dash action. Try and
You're gonna dash action and jump all the way across?
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
PG.
Roll me that athletics check because you are. Let's see. You have a strength of 8. That means you can jump 8 feet normally.
Oh dear.
You go about this far, and you will take a little bit of damage.
Fall right onto the fan.
Yeah, you fall right in the fan. And you take a big whopping 14 points of damage this round.
Oh, today is not my day.
Wait, you said this round, so I assume it's stuck on it.
Well, we'll see what the rest of the players do. Gabriel.
All right, I guess I want to get back on the catwalk there.
Okay, give me a strength check.
I'm not using double click to roll anymore.
I have never seen so many ones.
Neither have I.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Okay. Alright, so now you get to re-roll. Hey, look at that. You get forward. You can continue your move. You've only used 5 foot of movement. And you can move any place there you would like. Nope, no more strength checks. You don't need to make any more. Unless you're trying to run and jump.
I thought we were still being blown away, so I was.
Nope, that was that
Making sure I
initial
get there.
roll. I'm going to use one singular roll for it instead of having you roll every few minutes. So,
Dave, not.
what would you like to do? You want to run and jump?
I think that's where I'm gonna be.
Okie dokie.
Right. Does there look like there's been any change in that air?
Yes, it does look like it's much, much weaker.
Right then. Oh, this is where you were. Oh.
You've been avoiding rolling dice for a long time. You take a run and start. Give me an athletics check to get over there.
Oh.
And that's just the beginning of it, because if you succeed your athletics check, then you're going to have to roll a strength check.
Give me 1 sec. Sorry about this.
The computer comes over your comms. T-minus 20 minutes until self-destruct.
Doomed.
How the hell are we supposed to go?
To the bus. Now is to the bus.
Okay, now make me a strength check.
All aboard the Magic School Bus.
Sweet.
Oh, first one of the game.
You're like, bitches, look at this. This is how you do it.
Why
Yeah.
don't we have you roll the dice for everyone?
Right, so
Especially the
can I
birthday.
use the rest of my dash movement now, or was
Yep. Yep, you got 20 more feet. So I think that'll actually put you literally in the door.
Yeah. Just out of interest, while I'm here, would it have been possible to shut the door once it had been opened?
I will kill you.
No, I'm only asking.
Not while you're standing here. It'll cut you in half.
Oh yeah, I know that, but it would.
I encourage him shutting the door.
Yes, yes.
It
It
would've
would.
been
It would.
possible, so
It can shut. Yes.
So basically, we could have got everyone on board, then open the door. Yeah. Okay. Just checking. Right.
And then all gotten blown away.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. We've got a
Well,
guy in the van
I've got
right
rope.
now.
I could have tied us down. Right, I'll end the go.
How long is that rope, by the way?
Long enough for me, and that's the only thing that's important.
Okay, now the most important piece of this part of the adventure is this. That's the most important piece. All
The
right.
air has stopped.
The air is sufficient that people don't have to make checks any longer.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna cast a jump on myself and leap across the chasm.
Alrighty. So, where do you ultimately want to land? Because you can pass through your friends' spaces.
Right there.
Okay. So
Is
that
it
jump is
triple?
1,
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 25 feet. You
with jump,
have.
I have 3 times my strength.
So that'd be 36 feet. So yes, you can do it.
Okay. And is that an acrobatics?
That is a nothing, because if you have jump, then
Oh,
you
yeah.
are going to be automatic. So you leap across with no issues whatsoever. Matter of fact, that's not even a dash action for you at this point. That is just a movement.
All right. So I'd like to make sure that I smack Chip, like with my foot or something, as I go past. And then when I land, I will gracefully do a little bow and then turn and then start looking at the door and figuring out how to open it.
Okay, this is also an airlock.
Crap.
Oh, good. We've got another outside section, haven't we?
I'm seeing the side section now. I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Rock.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to start,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna attempt a jump to the catwalk at the top of the map.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move him over to the side so we don't grab him. And it's 15 feet for you. And you got a 15 strength, so it's part of your movement for the most part. You'll just have to take a dash action to do so.
Yes, I'll do the dash.
Okay, and you still have 25 more feet of movement.
On this catwalk, where that is that just a change in the style of floor?
Yes, because it goes from catwalk to floor again.
Okay, I'm gonna head up that way, at least around the corner, to see what I can see.
Okie dokie.
Right to about there.
Okay. In here, you see a lot of debris. But you also see what looks like crates of stuff. And if you make me a perception check real quick, I'll tell you what one of the labels says. You can make your name out vaguely on one of the crates.
Hey, there's a bunch of crates up here. One of them has my name on it.
That's where our stuff is.
That's what I'm guessing. Maybe there's another one on the other side too. And I guess my movement's over,
Yes.
so I'll just end my turn there.
Okay. Okay, Echo.
So I turn around to Chip. Go, oi, Chip, give me that rope now.
It would have been better if Chip was a fish of some kind, so it could be fish and chip.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, as you did state that we have a mature audience here, didn't you?
Mostly, yes.
Okay. So my reply for the mature audience is you.
Which I reply back saying, "You can give me rope now, or you can join the pigeon in the fan."
If you really want to fight me when this place is about to blow up, then you have the same intelligence as the pigeon brain.
T minus 12 minutes remaining.
Jesus.
And I stare at him long and hard, and then I will give him the rope.
Right. Okay, so I take.
And as he walks off, I go, "Fucking idiot."
Okay, so I use the rope and pass it down to Hawkins to pull him up.
Okay. So why don't let's see? Why don't we give Hawkins? We're giving him the help action on a acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher for him next when it gets to his turn, and that will pull him up out of it. It should not be difficult since it is a rope. I just said that out loud.
Was this the
You
north
said
or
that.
the west one?
Of course, you don't know whether I succeeded in the role for making the knots tight enough.
Now, what was that, Star?
Is this the north platform or the west platform
For what?
that he's throwing the rope down from?
From
Or
the east.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can I do anything else for my turn, or do I have to wait here until he's finished the rope action?
You may have to wait here until he's finished with the rope.
Okay, I'll wait.
All right, a rope has been lowered down to you. I will let you know now that. Hey, you had advantage on it, but hey, that worked enough too. So you will be back up. I'll put you next to him.
I'm sure he'll find another way to die soon.
It's love's embrace again.
Oh boy, what should we do? I want to get the hell out of here. Is that school bus like something we can actually use?
No.
Damn it.
I mean, it's
It's a
something you can
land
use,
vehicle.
but it's a land vehicle is what it is in space. You guys will run
I
out
mean,
of
if there's something
oxygen
we could,
long
like-
before
Yeah,
you go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, the rest of them will.
I'll keep rubbing that in, yeah.
I'm kind of at a loss, guys, so. Thank you. Thank you.
T minus 12 minutes remaining until self-destruct. Hi, Gabriel. What would you like to do?
Is there like any control panels for like the fan anywhere?
You do not see any in this room.
Then I would like to attempt to jump to this this one.
Okay. Please make me an athletics check.
Probably not.
Right about there. You will fall.
I'm going to need to get someone else out with this rope again, aren't I?
And you, surprisingly, take the exact same amount of damage as Hawkins did last time.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's a little owie. Chip.
Right, first things first, am I able to do anything with the two people in front of me on the platform?
Yes, you can pass through them.
I think he wants to knock us off.
Or do you want to shove them off?
Yeah. I'm not a very nice person, but apart from being idiots, they've not really done anything to me yet. Oh no, I don't want to do that. No, right. Okay, which one of these platforms is closest?
The closest one would be probably the one to the north, the one where rock is.
Right. Now, judging my own physical ability, do I think I'm going to be able to jump it?
Oh, that was nice.
Let me take a look here. You have a greater chance of doing it than Hawk or Gabriel.
Rightio. Well, I'm going to hopefully not use their dice, and I'm going to give it a go.
Alrighty, you go ahead and roll me the dice, and I will go ahead and I will move you.
Doing my head in, I'm to do this. Athletics, yeah?
Correct.
Oh! You switched dice on me.
I did no such thing. T-minus 6 minutes remaining.
Lovely. Let's see how much damage I take. Oh,
Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
someone just got a very good roll. Right, I go splat.
You go splat.
Well,
You're not dead
hope
yet.
there's a
You're not
good
dead
way-
yet. You're not dead yet though,
Oh,
because you get to roll
well-
death saves.
well, it's going to be very hard. Can I use my thingy point to reroll?
Yes, yes you can.
Right, so I just thought of that. Yeah, here we go. I'll try it again. It's got to be better than the last one.
1.
I didn't say it this time.
Oh god. Oh god.
All I'm going to go is dun 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 dun. Here come the stormtroopers.
Dun, 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 dun.
More or less damage this time.
Less. You didn't
Oh.
die this time.
Yes.
You had 1 hit point left.
You had 1 hit point.
Right. Well, okay. Well, there's nothing else I can do at the moment, is there? So I'll have to pass the rest of my go until someone throws the rope down.
Okay.
Alright,
T-minus
it's
5 minutes remaining. All right, lady.
Well, since we're dying, Lady is going to leap
Okay.
and then I'm going to do a dash action to get into this room.
Okay. Well, you still
I
have
don't know.
10 feet of your regular movement plus 30 feet, so.
Yeah. Do I see a barrel or a crate with my name on it?
You do indeed. Matter of fact, let me throw this into the party sheet.
Oh. I'm just gonna take this thunder cannon for reasons.
Because.
Oh wait, no, I need the
reasons.
arcane pistol.
Nope, thunder
Which one
cannon.
is mine?
Thunder cannon.
Thunder cannon. Okay, I'm gonna take that. That's mine. Let me get to my inventory.
Actually,
Because if I'm gonna
sure.
die,
Yep.
I need to die with my weapon at the very least. And yeah, nothing else in here really says anything that I need it. So I guess I'm just gonna end my turn here because that's really all I can do. I'm gonna hug my thunder cannon and kiss my ass goodbye.
Okay. T-minus 3 minutes remaining. Rock. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, in the party sheet is all the items. So if you have anything that you would like to grab, go ahead and grab it, and then go ahead and just do whatever actions you're going to do on the screen. Zell's trying to buy you more time.
I'm going to. But so do I have to go into the room to get the everything, or is
No.
it just all in the?
It will just put it all on the party sheet for right now, and you can go ahead and do anything else you would like. All right, so he takes his laser rifle.
No exit from that room. I didn't see anything, right?
Correct, there is no exit from that room.
Well, I'm not going to give up without a fight. So I'm going to try and jump across to this other catwalk over here.
Believe it or not, you actually do have enough strength to do that. It's just because of the way things are lined up, it looks like it's further, but you actually have the strength to be able to do that as part of a movement.
Okay, and then I'm going to continue up to here.
There is a pad, and as I said before, this is another door that goes to a airlock. By the way, the door that led you in here on the right-hand side of the screen is now closed. As soon as Chip passed through it, it closed.
Okay.
T-minus 2 minutes
Yeah.
remaining.
Is there a window in this door I can see out, or is it solid?
It's solid. T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
If I can.
It's actually relatively simple to open the door.
You say that, but you're saying about all our rolls.
I was really surprised today. It's just an airlock.
And I guess that's it for my turn then.
You can move in if you'd like. T-minus 1 minute remaining.
I might as well move in. And now can I open the other door?
Yes.
Well,
Once
let's
again,
open that.
very
Maybe
simple.
we'll see the exit.
T-minus 40 seconds remaining.
And I think that's pretty much all I can do.
Okay. All right, Echo. T-minus
Right.
20 seconds remaining.
I'm going to jump onto here. And then onto here, use my dash action. Because I've got enough strength to do both of them.
Okay.
And
T-minus
can I move
10.
any further?
T-minus 5, yes.
Just out of interest, who had the rope?
Hawkins.
Not that it matters.
I'm out.
Well, the door's closed.
Well, at T-minus 5, I'll go to the door and look out the window.
All right, you will look out the window.
Desperately.
Gabriel, what would you like to do, sir?
I'm guessing I'm stuck down in this pit.
Yes, you are, because it looks like everybody has abandoned you down here.
Do I see anything down here?
The big honkin' blade coming towards you. So, do you want the big honkin' blade to get you first, or do you want me to have the space station explode first?
Well, first I'd like to destroy the blade.
Ooh.
I'm gonna cast guiding bolt at it.
All right, just roll damage for me. Nice damage. You blow apart one of the spokes of the fan blade as it comes flying at you. You're like, ah, fuck you. And it shatters in front of you. Exactly. And then the next fan blade comes through.
I think that's the end of my turn.
Yes, indeed it is. And Chip, we'll give you the opportunity. Which would you rather? Would you rather have the fan blade hit you, or would you rather have the whole place blow up?
Oh, I'm quite happy to go out with a bang. The middle of this, well, I'm on the blade, aren't I?
Actually, you're kind of on the floor, and the blades are spinning towards you. They're smacking
What
into
are
you.
they spinning on? What? Well,
There is
so
a central
basically-
pivot point underneath it.
Right. Well, I don't understand. 1 sec.
Okay.
I'm looking at the shatter spell. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it says a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has a disadvantage on this saving throw. So that means it's more effective against metal stuff then.
Correct.
So if I threw this at the central rod, it could end very badly. But if I threw it at the central rod to see what happens, might as well go out with a fight.
Exactly. Go out with some fight.
Oh, it's a 10-foot radius sphere, isn't it? Wow.
Yes, it is.
I just noticed that. Oh dear. Right. Should I back away? Because I'm right next to it.
Go out with that bang.
Yep, you're gonna. Everybody's gonna die here as soon as you're done with your turn anyway. So you may as well do whatever the hell you want to.
Let's do it then. Right. So I'm not able to target this. So because
Nope.
it's,
Just go ahead and roll me
it's
some damage.
Right. So 3d8. So I don't know how to select more than one. So
If you go ahead and grab it with your mouse button, okay, by holding down left mouse button, and while you have a hold of it, right click twice, and it'll add more dice. That's
thank
good
you very
enough.
much.
And you cast your spell, you shatter it. Everybody hears this wrenching screech as the fan blade just, goes off kilter and rockets around the room and ricochets above the two who are down below, and you're feeling very pleased with yourself as you watch the floor bubble like a blister, and then just flames from plasma and other such things just rocket through the room, incinerating you nearly immediately. And the space station, the leftover pieces of the Iron Star prison space station, explodes, and you're all atomized.
My last force as I died was stupid cat.
Yes, the last thing to go through everyone's mind was their ass. But I'd like to thank everybody for I'd like to thank everybody for coming and enjoying this episode of Delver Society. Iron Star is our first science fantasy. I did not think that a catwalk was going to be the ultimate bad guy, and it was actually a relatively
No.
easy encounter.
No, it was officially Stormtrooper 101 with the dice rolls. I have never seen that many
Yeah.
low rolls.
Oh
You
my
put
god,
the
that was
boss
great.
encounter first.
Apparently I did. It was a bridge boss. For anybody who plays MMOs, that was a bridge boss right there.
Jumping puzzles are the worst puzzles.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching GeoQuester. I will be in the Delver's Hall here shortly. Good night.
And if my players want to hang out on the table for a minute, I'll show you something. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and please come join our Discord. We have more games on a regular basis that you all can play in. Talk to you later.